Alright boys, new Torchlight Infant Season, Vorax is coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. Now let me just start off with the best part of the update. By far, massive UI overhaul focusing on PC gameplay. It looks a million times better than before, honestly. It is a massive improvement. Trade house UI improvement, inventory, mapping menu, skill system, they're all just way cleaner now and much nicer to look at. The second part is that the major graphic overhaul is beginning to be implemented as well. If you didn't see it, they had a convention a few months ago that showcased some major graphical improvements with the character models, lighting, and skills, and it just looks so good. It is finally making its way into the game now, with some character models getting revamped, overhauled character effects, combat effects, monster models, and all the new skills they've implemented look really good. And this is just the beginning phase. There will be more improvements on this coming each season. If you are looking to start Torchlight, yeah, never been a better time. Big pain point a lot of people have with the UI. Now it's getting massively upgraded, and it is a massive upgrade. It's basically just an ARPG for the blasters, with enough complexity for large and interesting build variety, but with systems that are easy to understand still, and you can just jump into. Link in the description to check it out, and I'll also link one of my older videos that's an overview on how to progress and talks about most mapping mechanics in the game. Now enjoy the highlights of the season reveal.
You reworked hero traits, many overhauled damage
that's
systems,
a big list.
Reworked legendaries, major updates to defensive options, a major UI overhaul, and tons more. Today, there's gonna be a lot to cover. Let's face it.
Oh, that UI looks sick. I mean, there's a little text issue there, but that looks sick.
The goal here is to juice these tanks to manipulate their stats. Quantity, rarity, and most importantly, activity. You can use various surgical instruments and potions to modify these mobs. This is a combat encounter
surgery
where you
time.
enter an arena and face off against the custom monstrosities you just built. As
That
you
arena
defeat
looks
them,
pretty sweet.
You feel antidote vials that determine your reward tiers. The more you fill the vial, the better the payout.
You can definitely see their new art direction
but if
coming
you
to
take
life.
him down, he drops high value loot. These are Netherrealm enhancers that don't take
there
up
it is.
standard compass slots.
UI update this
For
league?
example,
Holy.
the Titan leads, but it drives the reward scaling through the roof. With Grafting, we can rip out that max life mob straight out of the armor and put it right into your weapon. Now you merge the lethality of Crimson King with the tankiness of Martyr Staff in a single build. Keep the damage, gain the life, and solve the tankiness problem.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Furries. Prisoned. What's happening, dude? Yo, that guy is dripped out. That rat guy is dripped out. He's got swag. Erika, I might have to, that might have to be the play for me.
Now, she's escaped, reclaimed her claws, and is out for revenge. This trait is built entirely around two things: proximity.
Oh yeah, I'm playing
speed.
that.
This is a high risk, high reward
I'm
mechanic.
playing that.
The closer you are to your enemy, the more damage you deal. To help you stay in close range, she has some of the best mobility in-game. But here's the cool part. You don't just use mobility to move, you use it to kill. As you unlock her traits, her movement skills will automatically trigger your main attack skills. That means you don't need to stop moving to swing your weapon. Just dash through the pack and the attacks happen automatically. It creates this incredibly fast,
that UI is
fluid
nice.
style where you're constantly zipping between enemies, settings, and toggle the camera slow motion effect. If the high-speed visuals are making
Well,
it
like
easy,
QL just because of
turn
one
that on,
character,
and
that's
you have
crazy.
a stable, clear view of the action while you tear through the map. If you like speed, burst damage, and playing right on the edge of danger, Vendetta Sting is the trait for you. Now at the enemy, you plant the spell inside them. Once the Tangle is attached, it effectively casts a spell on that target.
Looks like they're
over and
slowly
over
adding the
for
new
entire
graphics.
duration.
That Ice Nova thing looks pretty sweet.
And the best part, it spreads. When your target dies, the Tangle doesn't disappear. It jumps to the next nearest enemy and keeps working. Let's look at how this changes some classic skills.
I forget what it's called, but that's
Chromatic
just the
shot
default dice
usually
node, right?
requires good positioning to hit all your projectiles. With the Tangle variant, it locks on. You get perfect melee players. We're expanding the combo skill system with new moves and new scaling options. Gale Slash focuses on mobility. The opener is a two-stage dash that cuts through enemies, followed by a leap attack finisher for heavy damage. Finally, for the summoners, we have the Iron and Bloom Helmet. This unlocks multi-strike for your minions. It gives them a base multi-strike count and ramps up their damage with every hit in the sequence. This season isn't just about new content. It's a massive overhaul of the underlying systems.
Of course.
We have revamped 2 hero mechanics, 3 damage systems,
can't just add new
some
stuff,
legendaries, and updated a ton of defensive options. The headline feature this season is a full rework of the Ailment system.
They're so crazy,
Previously,
dude.
Ailment builds were restrictive and unclear.
How do they
So
do
we
so
rebuilt
much
them
stuff?
from the
They're
ground up.
actually crazy.
First, base ailment damage now has a variable range, just like your hit damage. This means stats like chance to inflict ailment are much more important now. You need to balance 3 things: chance, duration, and hit count. The endgame shift. Here is the biggest change to build crafting. Conversion. New legendary affixes will allow you to convert a percentage of your added flat damage into base ailment damage. For example, look at the Evil Heart armor. It converts your raw flat damage into ailment damage. This opens up huge build diversity. You aren't forced to use specific dot skills anymore.
That's pretty
If you
juicy.
can stack flat damage, you can play ailments.
The difference between the old skills and when they use the new skills looks crazy.
Damage scaling. Had to update Gemma too, aka Frostbitten Heart. She takes a new system beyond its limits. While most characters are capped at 100 frostbite rating, Gemma can exceed it. Any frostbite rating over 100 is converted into a new effect called Glacial Night. Spacetime Elapse Yoga is also getting a massive rework. We heard the feedback. He kind of felt slow, fragile, and his damage ramp up didn't match the pace of the game. This update brings him up to speed. First, we improved the actual feel of his signature skill, Twisted Spacetime, and increased the area by 30%. We also cut the activation interval in half, from 4 seconds down to 2 seconds. This makes the damage feel much snappier. Overall, Yoga is faster, tankier, and far more flexible than ever before.
Never played
We've
yoga.
also updated several current existing skills to better fit the current meta. First up, Ring of Blades received a major scaling pass. Its damage bonus now scales directly with your channeling stacks limit, and a base damage buff pushes its endgame ceiling much higher. Its exclusive supports were also reworked. If you stack additional projectiles, you increase the density
looks
of
pretty
the
good.
blade spinning around you. It turns the skill into a monster for map clearing. Its new core mechanic Solar Ring treats enemies as if they are closer than they actually are,
That's
letting you
interesting.
benefit from close range damage bonuses while staying at a safer distance. We've increased the caps on affixes that convert physical and erosion damage into elemental damage. Showdown is getting a brand new boss. Floor 20
Yo, that guy looks
introduces a
sick.
brand new supreme boss, the All-Seeing Prophet.
Oh shit, he's got
Law-wise,
hands.
he has gathered eyes from across the realms to see everything at once, trapping himself in a paradox. Mechanically, the fight is all about eye management. The overhaul is going core. Along with it, we are introducing new tools to make the overhaul smoother, faster, and more profitable. First, new exclusive compasses to customize your realm. If you want, also added a dedicated Netherrealm talent tree for overhaul. You can now customize exactly what you want to farm. You can toggle talents to show special objects, such as a floating skull, anti-mimetic cage, and gatekeeper on your minimap. Ethereal Prisms are graduating from experimental and becoming a permanent system. We're not just keeping them though, we're refining them. First, we've overhauled the crafting rules. prisms no longer have a fixed influence shape. Now, the first craft affix allows you to customize the shape and area of
Good, I'm
influence,
glad these are staying.
letting you slot that prism exactly
These
where
are
you
good.
need it. Let's address a major in-game pain point, the damage cap. We know the frustration.
We're gonna
After weeks
increase
of
the
min-maxing,
damage cap
you push deep
again.
space, stack compasses that boost monster health and rewards, and suddenly enemies feel like bullet sponges. When monster HP scales up to ultra high values, you hit a wall. The game's damage cap restricts your output, forcing you into long, dragged out fights. It interrupts the flow and, quite frankly, just doesn't feel good. In the Vorax season, we're making a major quality of life change. In certain content, monster HP will no longer scale to massive levels. Instead,
Not quite
actual
doubling
durability
the
is being converted
damage
to damage
cap.
mitigation. Effective toughness is going to be staying the same, but the actual HP is significantly reduced. This means builds that were previously hard capped can now deal more relative damage.
That new skull looks so good.
For example, pinnacle content like the Cage of Original Sin will still feature massive HP pulls to challenge your absolute DPS ceiling. But for everyday farming, the brick wall is going to be gone. Now next, let's talk loot, specifically ultimate memories. We want every ultimate drop to feel like a win. In the Vorax season, ultimate memories are receiving a major buff across the board, and will now be guaranteed to roll at least one tier 1 fixed affix, raising the baseline and ensuring a high tier foundation from the start. Talking about loot, we've made major improvements to fluorescent memories. Drop tables have been reweighed so that high value memories appear far more often. Expect to drop more valuable memories this season. We're also expanding target farming options for some of the rarest items in the game. 2 new memories, Exile Destiny and Calamity's Devotion, can now be collected and exchanged for powerful rewards. Posted support skill recycle system. Unwanted support skills can now be scrapped into concepts, with higher tier skills yielding more concepts. These can then be exchanged at the trader for a random exclusive support skill, giving players another chance at a high value drop. Let's talk about your league start. We reviewed early game looting, especially from the God's chest
Oh,
and
shit.
the Found Talent Constellation, and found rewards weren't living up to the expectations. In Vorax, these chests now drop significantly better loot, making it feel more worthwhile. But the bigger change is survivability. We know early game builds can be a little squishy. In the past, if you died, you lost your accumulated stacks. It was really punishing. Now, in the Vorax season, dying no longer clears your accumulated stacks. Raid events were triggering too frequently, breaking the flow of Netherrealm runs, and the rewards often didn't really, justify the interruption. This season, the frequency of the raid events has been significantly reduced, while the rewards for each event have been greatly increased.
Yeah, that's
You'll
good.
encounter them less often, but when they do appear, the
I might do
payoff
Sandlord
will be
again
worth
now.
Stopping for.
I might do
in-game
Sandlord
players
again
pushing
now.
deep space
Yeah,
and
those
turning the
felt kind
difficulty
of bad before. That should be
New
really
Netherrealm
good.
Resonance, the Deep Space Resonance, is now available. This is the first phase of our UI overhaul.
Looks so
We've
good.
given a fresh coat of paint to the systems you use every single day. The main interface, the trade house, the inventory, the Netherrealm, and the skill system. Everything looks cleaner, sharper, and more modern. We've even refined every gear icon, so when a legendary drops, it actually looks legendary. Now we know UI changes can disrupt muscle memory, so layouts and interactions remain exactly where you expect them. They may look a little bit different, but nothing should feel unfamiliar.
That
And
looks
it's
way
not just
better.
the UI getting a glow up. We've revamped the default models for Carino, Gemma, and Rayhan.
A Gemma is
These
pretty good.
legends are the heart of Torchlight, and they deserve to look the part. And it's not just the heroes. We've redesigned a massive number of monster models and overhauled combat effects.
So they're gonna do it over time, not
We
all at
want the
once.
visual feedback to be spectacular. When you cast a spell or land a crit, we want you to feel the impact. The
Got lighting
battlefield
now.
is going to look more chaotic, more beautiful, and more visceral than ever before. If you're
I'm
playing on
blocking
PC, there's
the
a new setting you should definitely check out.
blocking it.
Global lighting. Turn this on, and the game feels totally different. Skill effects, pack spirits, and even loot beams dynamically light the environment in real time, giving combat a completely different feel.
Yeah.
That is.
Now, what you're
Tacos.
seeing this season is just the very first step of our graphics overhaul,
Yeah.
which will likely need several seasons to be fully implemented. We decided instead of holding back for one single massive update, we would rather deliver improvements incrementally season by season. So, after launch, we're going to be listening very closely to your feedback. This right now is just a foundation, and we're going to keep building upon it until we deliver the best visual experience possible. To celebrate the new year, and
Ooh,
as a
nice
thank
pair
you
of
for your
wings.
support, we've prepared a massive amounts of events with respective rewards. The Dancing Dragon Festival includes a series of events, ranging from check-in to objective-based events. The rewards here are stacked. A legendary Battle Pack Spirit selection pack, 10 Battle Pack Spirit draws, the Activation Medium Motionless, a massive stack of tax vouchers for the trade house, and some truly exquisite back accessories.
Yeah, that's a
That's
juicer.
all for today, and we'll catch you all.
That was a
on the next one.
juicer. Code thing. Hey, that skull looks pretty good, that MTX. God, dude. I don't know how they get all this stuff done. They're crazy. This isn't even their only game. They're nuts, dude.